All right, welcome back, everyone. Today we're going deep, deep into the world of Escaro.
Oh, yeah.
And for those of you who maybe haven't heard of him, he's a fascinating science.
Yep.
I mean, really fascinating. He's got the power, obviously.
Wow.
But there's a lot more to this guy. We've got tons of material to cover, signature techniques, transformations, all those things that make him stand out, even in a world like Dragon Ball.
It's funny you should say that because when you talk about Escaro, you almost have to start with the fact that he's not just powerful, he's like insanely intelligent.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, the estimates we're looking at IQ-wise, like 350 to 400, maybe even higher.
Whoa.
That puts him in a whole different category,
Right.
like tactical genius level.
Okay, wait, so 350 IQ?
Yeah.
I mean, what does that even mean in the Dragon Ball world? Like, can brains actually beat brawn in a universe where everyone's throwing around planet-busting energy blasts?
Well, think of it this way. For Escaro, it's about how he combines his intellect with his mastery of techniques. He's not just strong, he's got the strategy to back it up.
Yeah.
And he's got those techniques that, honestly, most fighters can't even comprehend.
Okay, so give me an example. Like, what kind of technique are we talking about here?
Like, take spirit fishing.
Yeah.
This is one of his signature moves.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
It's more than just an attack. It's about manipulating energy itself, like at a fundamental level.
Whoa.
You're talking about stealing your opponent's energy, using it to power yourself up, even share it with allies who are getting drained.
Okay, that is insane. It's like he's turning every battle into some kind of energy chess match.
Exactly. He's always thinking steps ahead.
Right.
But wouldn't, any smart opponent just, I don't know, try to counter that?
Yeah.
Figure out a way to block it. That's the thing about Escaro. He's constantly adapting, right? He's analyzing his opponents, figuring out their weaknesses, and he adjusts his strategies accordingly.
Okay, so he's not a one-trick pony.
Nope. He's got a whole arsenal of techniques, and he combines them in ways you wouldn't expect.
So that makes sense, yeah. But I gotta ask you, let's talk about the transformations, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he goes through Super Saiyan forms like it's nothing. SSJ1, SSJ2, all the way up to SSJ3.
It's pretty incredible.
It's crazy, and it seems like he mastered each stage, way faster than most Saiyans do, right?
Right.
I mean, how does he do that?
It all comes down to his control over ki, all right? His ki control is exceptional.
So it's not just about raw power, it's about control finesse.
Absolutely. It allows him to tap into those higher levels of power, but more efficiently. It's not just brute force every transformation, it's about refining that control.
Like he's adding layers of complexity to his fighting style?
Exactly. So for instance, with SSJ1,
Yeah.
you see him using moves like the Force Wave Barrage, right?
Yeah.
This isn't just about overwhelming the opponent with raw energy, it's about controlling the flow, using it strategically.
So he's already thinking tactically, even at that early stage.
And then when he gets to SSJ2, he takes it even further with those, what are they called? Electrified precision attacks. Right?
Yeah.
Targeting specific pressure points, almost like disabling his enemies before they can even react.
Okay, so even in his early transformations, we're seeing those hints of his strategic thinking, like you said, it's all connected. But then he takes it to a whole other level, right? When he achieves Super Saiyan God.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's a huge deal. And he does it without the ritual, the whole ceremony that everyone else seems to need.
That's the key, isn't it? It wasn't just a power-up. It was a testament to his ingenuity.
It's like he, hacked the system.
He basically did. With his mastery of spirit fission, he figured out how to gather and redistribute that godly energy.
Whoa.
He basically proved that there's more than one path to divine power,
It's like he reverse-engineered godhood or something. But this form, it's not just about the power, is it? There's something different about how he fights now.
Right. You see a shift, right? It becomes more about efficiency, precision.
Yeah.
He's not just throwing around massive energy blasts anymore. It's controlled, targeted.
So it's like he's adapted his whole approach.
Absolutely. Super Saiyan God gives him access to moves like divine spirit fission, right?
Right.
He can manipulate even godly energy with this.
Whoa.
But it's not about unleashing it all at once. It's about targeting those attacks, minimizing wasted energy, maximizing the impact.
Okay, so Super Saiyan God is all about finesse, precision, but then he goes Super Saiyan Blue, right? And that seems to combine that godly control with even more raw power.
Yeah, it's an interesting evolution, right?
Yeah.
Like he's taking the best of both worlds. That refined energy of Super Saiyan God and the intensity of, the original Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
But this is where we start to see the risks that he's willing to take.
You're talking about him pushing his limits with that, the Kaioken technique, right? I
Yeah.
mean, it's incredibly powerful, but it's also so dangerous.
Yeah. and he knows that.
Why would he risk it like that?
Well, I think Escaro understands that power comes at a price, right? He's not reckless, but he's willing to push himself to the edge to protect those he cares about. Remember those battles against Biros and Zamasu?
Oh, yeah.
Those were moments where he needed every ounce of power he could get.
That's true, yeah. And those were some intense fights.
They were.
So it makes sense, I guess, that he'd be willing to take those kinds of risks in those situations. But even those transformations, even with the Kaioken boost, it's nothing compared to Ultra Instinct, right? I mean, that's like the ultimate power-up, even for gods. How did Escaro even begin to tap into that?
It's almost like well, it's hard to explain. Ultra Instinct is all about separating the mind and body.
Yeah.
Allowing for purely instinctive combat. It's a state that even gods struggle to achieve.
Yeah.
And yet Escaro manages to not only unlock it, but sustain it for extended periods.
That's what blows my mind. It's like most fighters, they can barely activate it for a few moments and they're spent.
Right.
But Escaro, I mean, he's out there dodging attacks like he's seeing the future.
Yeah.
Does his exceptional energy control, does that play a role in that?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, his mastery of ki, that's a recurring theme, right?
Yeah.
Throughout his journey.
Yeah.
It's a key factor in his ability to sustain Ultra Instinct. It's not just raw power, it's controlling it with a level of precision that's almost unheard of.
It's like he's turned his body into this perfectly tuned instrument.
Right.
Responding to threats before his mind can even process them.
Exactly.
But hold on, because it gets even crazier.
Oh, yeah.
Because he goes beyond Ultra Instinct, right? He reaches a level that even gods are in awe of.
Yeah.
Angelic Ultra Instinct.
This isn't just a power boost.
Right.
It's about achieving a state of harmony with the universe itself.
Whoa.
Think of it as the pinnacle of Saiyan potential, where power and wisdom converge.
Okay, so now I'm picturing him with this glowing white hair, moving with like an elegance that defies physics.
Yeah.
What kind of abilities does this form unlock? Like, what can he do?
Well, Angelic Ultra Instinct, it grants him reflexes that are almost instantaneous, He can evade attacks with, it seems like, impossible ease.
Like, yeah, he's untouchable.
But it's more than just speed. He's also wielding celestial ki now.
Right.
This is cosmic energy.
Whoa.
It gives his attacks incredible potency.
So he's not just untouchable, he's hitting with the force of a supernova.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I remember reading that he can even purify corruption and manipulate time in this form.
Great.
I mean, that sounds almost godlike.
It is. It's a testament to the divine nature of this transformation. Angelic Ultra Instinct allows Escaro to tap into forces that most beings can only dream of.
Okay, so we've talked about the transformations, the power-ups, but let's not forget that Escaro's strength isn't just about, raw power or transformation. He's got this incredibly diverse arsenal of techniques, right? And many of which he actually developed himself.
That's what's so amazing, right? He can not only master existing techniques, but he creates his own.
It's like he's always innovating, always pushing the boundaries.
Exactly. Take the omnidirectional Kamehameha, for example.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
It's not just a more powerful Kamehameha, it's a strategic adaptation. It allows him to target multiple opponents from all directions.
It's like he took the Kamehameha and weaponized it for crowd control.
Exactly.
And then there's the Super Spirit Kamehameha, right?
Right.
That one seems like the ultimate fusion of his signature technique.
Absolutely. It combines the raw power of the Kamehameha with the energy manipulation of spirit fission.
Yeah.
Creates a devastating attack that can overwhelm, well, pretty much anyone.
It's a smart combination.
But, his creativity isn't just limited to offensive techniques.
Right.
You're thinking about the defensive moves.
Yeah, like Kai's Shield of Protection and Kai's Healing Light.
Those techniques, those are a direct result of his training with the Kais. And they show that he's not just about offense,
Right.
He understands the importance of protecting himself, his allies, and he's even capable of healing injuries using divine energy.
It's like he's the ultimate all-rounder, right? He can adapt to any situation.
Yeah, pretty much.
But out of all of his techniques, it seems like spirit fission is the one she relies on the most, when you say?
Yeah, definitely.
Why is that? What makes it so special?
Well, spirit fission, it's more than just a cool move.
Right.
It's a testament to his understanding of energy manipulation and his strategic brilliance. Right? It's so versatile.
Yeah.
He can disrupt his opponent's energy flow, steal their power, share energy with allies.
So it gives him an edge in any form.
Pretty much. From his base state to angelic ultra instinct.
It's like his secret weapon.
Yeah, you could say that.
Always giving him that advantage. But let's shift gears a bit and talk about his achievements, right? I mean, this guy's got a list of accomplishments that would make even the strongest Saiyans jealous.
His journey, it's marked by incredible feats, you know?
Yeah.
Each one showcases his growth, his commitment to protecting the universe.
I mean, we could start with his rise from like a low-class Saiyan with a power level of, what was it, 1?
1, yeah. Practically unheard of for Saiyan.
That's insane. How do you even overcome that?
It shows his indomitable spirit, right? His belief in himself. He didn't let that define him. He trained relentlessly, honed his Kai control, and he surpassed everyone's expectations.
It's the ultimate underdog story.
It really is.
But it's more than just raw power, right? He achieved Super Saiyan God without the ritual, which is mind-blowing in itself.
Right.
Like, proving that there's more than one path to divine power.
And it was a brilliant display of ingenuity, you know? Using spirit fish and manipulating godly energy.
It's like he hacked his way to godhood.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
But he didn't stop there.
You're talking about the senzu bean farming, right? I mean, who would have thought you could cultivate those things?
Right. It was a strategic masterstroke, farming senzu beans in the hyperbolic time chamber.
Genius.
He ensured a constant supply of these vital healing resources.
Yeah.
He removed the reliance on, Korin's limited stock. The Veeth fighters were better prepared for prolonged battles.
That's thinking ahead.
Yeah.
He's not just a warrior, he's a planner.
Absolutely.
Thinking about the long game.
His foresight is remarkable.
We can't forget his heroism, right? I mean, he played a pivotal role in defeating Perfect Cell during the Cell games.
Oh, yeah.
Holding off that terrifying bio-android, giving Gohan and the others time to launch their attack.
The Cell games, that was a turning point for him, wasn't it?
It was.
He proved he was more than just powerful. He was selfless.
Right.
Willing to put his life on the line.
And then, of course, his mastery of Ultra Instinct. That solidified his place among the most powerful warriors in existence.
Definitely. One of the first Saiyans to achieve both Ultra Instinct Omen and mastered Ultra Instinct.
Yeah.
It just shows his dedication, his exceptional ki control.
His achievements, they really speak for themselves, don't they?
They do.
But he's not just a solo act, right? He played a key role in Universe 7's victory during the Tournament of Power.
Oh, absolutely.
Sure.
Showcased his strategic brilliance, his ability to work as part of a team, coordinating strategies, leveraging the strengths of his teammates, even sacrificing himself to ensure the survival of his universe.
He was a true leader during that tournament.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Inspiring others to push their limits.
And his leadership extends beyond the battlefield, right?
Absolutely.
He's a mentor, a peacemaker.
He brought peace between the Saiyans and the Arcosians.
Yeah.
Two races with a long, bitter history.
That's not just strength. That's diplomacy, wisdom.
It shows his ability to see beyond old grudges, find common ground.
But his influence, it goes even further than that, right? He's earned the respect of Beerus, the god of destruction.
And Whis, his angelic attendant,
yeah,
they've acknowledged his potential, allowed him to train on Beerus's planet.
That's like getting an all-access pass to the cosmic gym or something.
Right. It speaks volumes about how far he's come, the impact he's made. And he's a true innovator, wouldn't you say? Developing advanced gravity chambers, even a portable hyperbolic time chamber, pushing the boundaries of Saiyan training.
Empowering others to reach their full potential.
But what truly sets Escaro apart, in my opinion, is his commitment to mentoring the next generation.
Yeah, I agree.
He's taken on the role of a teacher, passing on his knowledge, his experience.
Ensuring that the legacy of Saiyan's strength, wisdom continues.
It's really inspiring to see
his
dedication to shaping the protectors of the future.
A testament to his character, his vision for a better world. But even with all his accomplishments, all the power, he remains humble.
Yeah, he does.
Always striving to learn, to improve, to be the best version of himself.
He embodies the idea that true strength isn't just about power, it's about compassion, wisdom, that unwavering commitment to making a positive impact.
It's a powerful message.
It is.
All right, so I think we've covered pretty much everything there is to cover about Escaro's power, his abilities, his incredible achievement.
Yeah, we've gone pretty deep.
It's been an amazing journey, honestly. I'm feeling inspired by the sheer scope of his story.
It's a story that defies expectations, challenges our understanding of strength,
Yeah.
and ultimately reminds us that true power, it lies not just in physical might, but in compassion, wisdom, the willingness to make sacrifices.
Okay, so before we wrap things up, let's take a moment to absorb all this information. And when we come back, we'll delve into some final thoughts about Escaro's legacy, what his story tells us about the true meaning of strength. So stay with us. Okay, so we're back, and we've covered a lot of ground, haven't we? Talking about Escaro's world, from his humble beginnings to those just mind-blowing displays of power and wisdom.
Yeah, it's quite a story.
But as we wrap up this deep dive, I'm curious what stands out to you. Like, what's the most important takeaway from Escaro's story?
I think what fascinates me is how Escaro redefines what it means to be strong. You know, it's not just about raw power.
Right.
It's about intelligence, using that power effectively.
Right.
And the compassion to use it for good.
Yeah, it's like that classic saying, with great power comes great responsibility.
Right.
But Escaro, he actually lives by that.
He does.
Doesn't he? He could have easily just become this unstoppable force, wreaking havoc. But instead, he chooses to protect, to teach, even to negotiate peace between sworn enemies.
It's pretty remarkable.
It is. So his story, it challenges us to think about strength in a more, I guess, holistic way.
Yeah.
Right. It's about pushing your own boundaries, but also recognizing that true power, it lies in service to others, making a positive impact on the world around you.
Absolutely.
And I think that ties into his ultimate sacrifice, right? That willingness to use Kaioken times infinity on angelic ultra instinct, even knowing that it would cost him his very being.
It's a decision that goes beyond logic, really.
Yeah.
It's a testament to his commitment to protecting the universe, even at the cost of his own existence.
Yeah, it's almost like he's saying that true strength isn't about how long you live, but what you're willing to give up for what you believe in.
It's a powerful message.
It is.
Especially in a universe where power is often seen as the ultimate goal.
Right. So Escaro's journey, it reminds us that strength without compassion, it's meaningless.
Yeah, I agree.
It's the combination of power, wisdom, empathy that makes him such a compelling, inspiring character.
Yeah.
So as we conclude this deep dive, I think we've learned that Escaro's legacy, it's not just about his incredible power or his techniques.
Right.
It's about the choices he made, the sacrifices he was willing to make,
The impact he had.
and the positive impact he had on the universe.
His story encourages us to look beyond the surface,
Yeah.
to consider the different dimensions of strength and to strive for a balance between power and purpose in our own lives.
Maybe that's the most important lesson we can take away from Escaro's journey.
I think so.
That true strength isn't just about what you can do, but who you choose to be.
It's a message that resonates far beyond the Dragon Ball universe.
Yeah.
It challenges us to think about how we use our own strengths to make a difference.
Well said. Well, thanks for joining us on this incredible deep dive.
Yeah, it was fun.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep pushing your limits, and keep believing in the power within you to make a difference.